Welcome to Ophelia Crafts and welcome to my craft room. A couple of months ago, when I first started with buying Stampin' Up products, this was the very first stamp I bought. I made a set of cards, 6 in all, this one being one of them, and then some in other colours as well. And I gave this set to a good friend of mine, who then later, a couple of months later, sent me this card for my congratulations for my wedding. And she wrote on it, "Fly on the wings of love," and I thought that was a really good find. And I think that should be made into a stamp. So Stampin' Up, if you hear this, I would like a stamp created that says "Fly on the wings of love," because I thought that was very, very thoughtful of her. So I gave away the set and one of them came back to me. But I've always been planning on making another set, so I would have the cards again. So this afternoon I have been making these, and I used the Swallowtail, obviously. I also used the Hey You stamp set, so for this one I've used the happy birthday and the congrats, and now we're going to create the blue card again with the thank you. For the inside, I always like to stamp the cards on the inside. For the inside I'm going to use this little butterfly from Creative Elements, because that's quite a nice butterfly to put on the inside. Right, so we're going to make 2 cards, so we better get on. I've got the blue ready here. I'm going to stamp the butterfly for the beginning, for the inside, okay, so that can dry. Then I'm going to stamp the big butterfly. Whenever I have a big stamp, you always take the ink pad to the stamp. It is still easier still if you put it down on the desk, but you know, for the sake of the video I need to move on. At a jaunty angle, up a bit and down. Press it down really, really well. And take it off, and look at that. I'm using very vanilla paper, and this base is crumb cake. It does give a very nice crisp stamp on the very vanilla paper. I didn't want any more in that stamp. I could have done a background. I have done that before. You'll be able to see some of these with the en française background first, then the butterfly embossed on top of it. They all look nice. I've also done them where it's all made old, you know, with the dauber, with extra colour. They all look nice, but I think this one, it being such a big stamp, I think that's enough actually. One of my friends said it looks like you're looking through a window or an opening and there's this big butterfly flying towards you. So I thought that was quite a nice thing to say as well. So there we go, that's that stamping. Now we need to stamp the thank you, and this is only 1.5 inches wide. And it does take the stamp, so that's great. There we go. So we are ready to assemble. We need some glue. And again, I'm going to be gluing off camera. You'll be glad to know that that one pot of glue is finished. And I'm now starting another one that I need to finish. So hopefully that will quickly lead on to it being completely finished. But I like this glue better already, so we'll see what it says when I start using the Stampin' Up glue. Okay, some glue on there. The cards are 5.5 by 4.25, I think that is. Then the first mat is just 1/4 inch less on each side, and then the second mat, same thing again. There we go. let's assemble this one. Whenever I make a card, I like making multiple cards. Some people just make one card. I have to admit, sometimes I also make one card. That's when I'm sort of designing and trying things out and just seeing what can be put together. But then once I sort of have the design, I tend to make like 2 or 4 or 6, like I did with this set here. That's all been made sort of in one go. Yes, in different colour variations, but generally my saying is, if you're making one, you might as well make another one, and you know, sort of spend your time efficiently making cards so that you end up with quite a few cards when you're finished, so you have quite a productive evening. I'm also planning on making a box for this card, so that will be in my next video. If you have some time, please do go to Facebook, where I also post things, and to Google+, and I'm hoping that you are watching this video on YouTube, so you've already found me. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, and if you would like my channel, like my video, and you know, leave me a comment, and that would be a great thing if you would support me in that way. Right, so there we go, that's one finished, and so I'm using some dimensionals. As this is quite a big label, I put one in the middle as well. Sometimes I just put 1 or 2 on each side. This one can actually carry one in the middle as well. Okay, so there we go. There. So I have finished my 6 cards. That was the original one. And hopefully you will have enjoyed my video about my cards. And so I now have a set that I can give to another friend, and maybe she might send me one of my cards back to me. So don't forget, if you would like more information, please go to Ophelia's Crafts, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.